Hi, my name is Ikram, and for my informative speech, I'm going to talk about how to play chess. What is chess? It is a board game of strategic skill for two players that is played on checkerboard. Each player begins the game with 16 pieces that are moved and used to capture opposing pieces according to the rules. The objective is to put the opponent king under a direct attack from which escape is impossible. Where does the chess come from? Based on a book titled Chess, written by Graham Burgess, he states that the earliest version of the game came from 6th century in India, then spread to Persia, and when the Arab conquered Persia, chess was taken up by the Muslim world. In the second half of the 19th century, modern tournament play began. By the year 1000, both Russia and Europe were fully immersed in the game, and soon it spread to Japan and China, where alternative variations on chess developed independently of modern international chess. Chess consists of 16 pieces. What are the 16 pieces that each player will have? They will have one king, one queen, two rook, two bishop, two knight, and 8 pawns. The player with the white pieces is referred as white, and the player who has the black one is referred as black. Based on Edward Seymour, the chess expert who write about how to set up a chessboard on chess.about.com, he states that the pieces have a special arrangement on the checkerboard. King and queen stand in the middle of their fours. The two bishops, one is beside king and one beside the queen. Then the two knights, which look like a horse head, are placed beside the bishop. The rooks look like small tower placed on corner square of the board. The pawn, which are the shortest and most numerous pieces in a chess set, which a player will have 8 pawns, will go in each square in the row in front of the other pieces. So the arrangement will be like this. Each piece also has different way of moving. The king moves one square in any direction. A queen moves any number of squares in a straight line in any direction. This mobility makes the queen the most powerful piece in chess. The bishop moves any number of squares diagonally in a straight line, but the bishop will always remain on square of one color during a game. For example, the bishop in the dark square will always stay on dark squares, and same goes to the bishop on the light square. The knight moves two squares horizontally or vertically and then turns at a right angle to move one more square. This is often described as an L-shaped move. The rook moves any number of squares horizontally or vertically in a straight line. Pawn has the choice moving one square. A pawn that is still on its starting square has the option to move two squares directly forward, but it lacks the power to move backward. Pawn only can capture any enemy pieces that is one square diagonally in front of it. When it reaches the end of the board, the pawn gets promoted. It can be transformed into any other pieces except king. To winning the game, a player must capture the enemy king. In this game, if the player threatening to capture enemy king, he or she must warn the opponent by announcing check. There are 3 different ways in which a king can get out of check position. First, by moving the king to a square on which he will no longer in check. Second is by capturing the checking piece, and the third way is by placing a piece between the checking piece and the king. If the king is in check and no matter what he does, he cannot get out of check, then his side has lost the game. It means that the king is checkmate. The player will win if he is able to checkmate the opposing king. It does not matter if a player has a weaker or fewer pieces than his opponent. So, after knowing a little bit facts about where does the chess come from, the arrangement of the pieces, and the correct ways of playing it, you should try to play it either with family or friends, because by playing chess, you can improve your thinking capability, as the chess game will push your brain to think where to move the pieces and find a way to make sure the king do not get checked or checkmate. Thank you.